Cancer, how you doing, guys? So we're here. This is warning. This is not. I repeat, this is not. I'm also hearing Peter and a not Capricorn. Peter and Capricorn. Okay, something growing. Okay, it could be children. Okay, so this is not a tarot card reading. Okay, there is someone that has literally just commented on the Scorpio reading. That really does annoy me. Listen. This is not a cup and a fish and things like that. You know, it's not. These are predictions of stuff of clients that have probably been watching it that are going through it. Okay, I just had a comment, very snidey comment. Why would you even say anything so negative? A child going missing? Your messages are supposed to bring light and love, not fear. Oh, really? Oh, man, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Listen, there are plenty of other readers out there that believe in light and love. It's exactly what I said to this person. Listen. Give light and love to a narcissistic, abusive relationship that some people go through that watch this channel, that are struggling with children, that are struggling with people going missing. I know people in my life with children that have gone. Okay, so it might even be relating with you somehow here in a relationship or relation around children and feeling I appear missing in the connection. Okay, appear missing. Someone could appear missing. Now, the reason why I know this is because there are people in my life that they're having a dispute over children that is going between a parent and a parent and a parent and a parent. Parenting skills. I'm hearing parenting skills. So again, I have to stop the channel. For the people that have just met this channel, okay, these are channel messages that can relate you to you, your partner, their thoughts, your feelings, things that you might witness, things that you probably haven't even seen happen, and then all of a sudden it happens, you're like, man, that person probably was right, but I said something very strange. Do you know what I'm saying? So everybody has to have an open mind with these because they are from out of nowhere. I don't know. I literally just channel what's said. So you don't have to believe in it. You know, there's plenty of other readers, or I do tarot readings that are separate, and you can go and watch those. Okay, but I didn't beat around the bush. I literally just speak from what they say. Okay, so sorry, this is not towards you, Cancer. I'm just slightly annoyed at some people that find the channel, they don't understand it, and they pretty much blame me for giving a message that is saying that it's happening with someone. That's what I'm saying. You don't all have to relate with you. Okay, but sorry, Cancer, that really seems as if I'm having a go at you, and I'm not. It's just that, man, some people just like to they're so closed-minded when it comes because of conditioning, of brainwashing, that's what I'm saying, of brainwashing of people. As again, you've got something coming up around washing money, or washing and just being a mum, or watching someone. I'm also hearing a watch that was left to someone from a relative. A watch, a physical, I'm picking up a bracelet or a watch that was left for someone that could have been deceased loved one. Or it's something to do with like a watch or a clock, okay, or watching the clock watching. Okay, I'm picking up that you're watching the clock for something. It seems to be very important. It's like, it's time. It's like, okay, this time. It could be a show or something that you like, I don't know. And it's like, is it time? Is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is it time? Is it time for me to go? Is it time for me to go? Because I pick a lot of your energy around your channel messages are very driven energies. But I've got my eye on you, Leo. I've got my eye on the tiger. There is something to do with eye of the tiger, rising up, back on my feet, getting back on my feet, building myself up. But there is someone that's got their eye on a tiger, which is a Leo energy for a lot of you. Okay, yes, I can. Yes, I can. There's more of that. I don't know if a lot of you before I done a song and it was change your thoughts from can't to can. Okay, but it's something like the can, something to do with can, like this tin can, like a tin can alley. It is something to do with the Cancerian, another one maybe, or a car. Okay, and this tin can. Okay, so some of you could be trading in like a car for another car, or a Cancerian for another Cancerian. I really don't know. But I definitely pick up a big Cancerian energy around your energy, and it is to do with a car and a can. Okay, but I'm picking up a tin can alley, like a bowling alley or an alley, or the name alley. Okay, alley. Alley actually came up a few times, and I related it to the channel alley, and someone said, well, why can't you just be more like alley? Another person. I read differently. I read differently, and I speak and do things differently. Okay, I don't mimic people. Okay, but alley, I'm picking up alley, alligator, gators, Gatorade. Someone likes Gatorade also, or a raid also that came up for another channel message for someone of a raid that could have been in a shop. Like, okay, Cancerian. Sorry guys, but you did have a lot to do with addiction around you in your past readings. Now I don't know if this was you or someone else that you know of, but it was to do with the ram raid. Okay, and it was raiding raiders, because I said in a past tarot reading and channel message something to do with raiding, being raided, okay, and invaded also. David, the name David, or feeling invaded, okay, like personal space, Scorpio energy. Okay, Scorpio energy, invasion of one's space, private owned space, private owned. Something is private, like this land is private, or something is very private. But that could have something to do with like sex and stuff like that. Is very private for someone. Okay, but that would be more along the lines of Scorpio, because they would find that very private, personal. Okay, they wouldn't normally speak about their love life or their sex life, really, to be honest, if you are dealing with Scorpio energies. Okay, they can do, but it's more of a turn off, turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off energy. Okay, I say it from wisdom. I have Scorpio and rising, but there is a lot to do with Peter and Paul. The name Peter, but that's more. No, what we're going into. Sorry, but there was like this plot and this scheme of past channeled stuff that you've got up that seems to be reflecting in through this message of where it was to do with. I've not already done your sign, I haven't, have I? No, because I wrote that there. It was torn, something to do with torn. Sorry, I'm looking up past messages of what I've done for Aries. Torn. Okay, I'm all out of faith, this is how I feel. But anyway, it was more to do with a ram raid or raiding something, okay? And like a shop, but it's kind of coming through as like a raid, which is like a drugs raid. Now that's why that's reflecting through those energies where I said about people that are growing crops, okay, and farming. And some, yeah, again, thank you so much for the people that do have an open mind, that do keep an eye on these channel messages, that have told me what farming really was. And catfish, something to do with also a Pisces energy, right? But captivating, but also catfishing. So I thought that catfishing was catfishing, but catfishing is also baiting, okay? So relate this to however you want. And it is relating to a market, right? And it is relating to an illegal market. Now, through channel messages of what we came up with, what happened, what people witnessed in the world, it was a lot to do with children. And the children, the poor children, were involved within what happened in Australia that someone told me about, of something that happened around these poor children. Okay, channel message from nowhere, someone witnessed it. There is a witness to this, and it is still relating to some of the Epstein stuff. It could be relating to things that you might see, but what I am picking up through your energy, and I don't know who this is or why it's relating to anybody, is to do with an illegal market. Okay, now this can be buying, selling of food, drugs, alcohol, or an illegal market. Okay, because I'm definitely picking up I'm on the market for some of you, like on the market, meaning I am free, single, and I am on the market. Now, being on the market can also mean market.com. So you might be dating, but you also might be looking for work, okay, for a lot of you, and you're on the market, right? So you're looking for a potential partner for a lot of you, and you're also looking for another job or prospect of career, okay? But for some of you, very strange message-wise, I did pick up the illegal market, right? Now that, how that's going to relate to people, I don't know. It still relates to the Cancerian video that got stolen from me. I've not got no tea, no shade from that, but I think everything happens for a reason, as I've repetitively said that in this reading, okay, of things being taken from stolen markets and things like that, okay. Now, for a lot of the good kind of messages, because I'm definitely picking up on someone farming. Right, now farming, someone also did say that they do farm their own legal stuff, which is that it is legalised in certain, like Canada, right, and in places of America. I think there is one state in America that cannabis is actually legal to sell, but it's not tax deductible, it is all cash business, right? So that is, in a way, laundering money. It's not laundering money, that might go on, who knows? Who cares in my energy, because it's not involving me. But what I'm saying is that it can be known as washing money because it's a tax deductible, not tax deductible cash business. So it is very heavily guarded and protected by police and things like that because it is legal, but it is also a cash-based business. Now, for some of you, you might literally just work for the government or for something, but you do an extracurricular activity where it involves some kind of business that would be known to what I would hear as shady, because it would be a cash-based business. So you get stuff from the government or from places that are cash, right? That's up to you whether you would report that to the tax people and deduct that from tax, or just keep that as a sideline like everybody human. God, I mean, what humans probably don't do that, right? So that kind of energy is also coming through. But there is a bad energy around this as well, where there are illegal markets of certain things, okay? So your channel message of what I got come up with is that I have my eye on a tiger. Now, eye on a tiger can mean a brother or sister or mother or father or love interest or partner. But someone has their eye on a tiger, which is a Leo energy, okay? And I also picked up Pisces, something to do with Cancer, Leo, and Pisces here, right? Now, back on my feet, something to do with Australia, which is crowded house. I'll fall at your feet whenever I fall. I can't remember that. Something to do with that. Anyway, crowded house. So you might have like a very crowded house at something. Now, astrology, I think that whatever that is, your house is being crowded, right, with so many different things happening in your life at the moment, Cancer, that you're probably going to see a lot of perseverance of strength. Okay, because I heard, yes I can, yes I can, yes I can, I can, I can, I can, I can. Someone is like repetitively doing something in their mind of manifesting and saying, yes I can, yes I can, I can, and I can do what I want, and yes I can do what I want, and I will do what I want. So if you're fighting with an energy, it's because someone's saying, yes I can, I can do whatever I want, I can do whatever I like and whatever I want. So if you're coming up against resistance against anybody, it's because they're saying that they can, and there is someone here that's saying that they can't. That's the can, that's the up and down, right? So it's more like, I don't know why I'm picking up a burlesque dancer or as well, someone that dances for a living, because that's burlesque dancing. That's not the can, but that is kind of like, you know, everybody know what the can is? I don't know if that was British or everywhere else, but the can. But they're also saying the can, like a shooting range of like cans, like Tin Can Alley. So that's why Alley came up. Tin Can Alley, back in the day, you know, I just remember that. It was an old Smith & Wesson. Was it Smith & Wesson? No, what was the real famous gun when you like that and you shoot the cans? Very famous gun, right? And then in the day, as a toy, they brought out Tin Can Alley. It wasn't Smith & Wesson, was it? What was it? I don't know. Oh, actually, there is someone on the channel. Hello, how you doing? That you work for the police force, I think you said, or you work at a shooting range. There you go, shooting range. Something to do with that, because I'm seeing cans all being lined up and like a bit like a fairground attraction. There you go, Cancer. That was at fairground. That was Tin Can Alley. So that relates as a strange message for the person that was saying that I work at a shooting range. Okay, so I'm picking that up. Something to do with a shooting range, right? Range Rover. Some of you drive a Range Rover. Okay, so what else am I picking up that's really relevant to you guys? So all I'm kind of getting is determination. Now, for something right here that would not be for everybody, I did pick up on termination, right? Now, I picked up on terminally ill for some, right? Now, for some of you it could be determination and strength and will and to survive. But because of that channel message, there is something or someone out there that could be thinking about having a termination of a baby maybe, right? Or there was a termination. Now, if this is you, your partner, or someone that you know, brother, sister, it could even be them, okay? But I definitely picked up on motivation, also a motor, which is also a motor vehicle, something to do with possibly a new car or something, right? Also possible termination for some. But I did pick up on a terminally ill person, that where there is someone in the family that there is a lot of I don't know, because I do pick this up on like around a child maybe that has an illness of some sort, okay, and it could be terminally ill situation, which means that it's an illness that will never persist itself, like there is no cure for it. It doesn't mean terminal. Okay, I just heard terminal cancer for someone, which Well, I mean, I mean, some cancers obviously can be cured, right? You can have. My views are completely different against that, but I had terminal cancer for some people, so I don't know if that's going to relate to any of you or not. Okay. Terminal, when I wrote that, just turned into demonic. Dominic. I'm hearing Dominic. Demonic. Possession. Capricorn is in this energy. Demonic possession? Why on earth would it, like, I'm picking up like my possession though, not an actual, well, I mean it might be, it depends how the channel changes. Demonic possession, but like my precious, like my possession. Presentation skills of presenting something, right? But also my presence, like a presence of something is here, like a gift of a child, or a gift like someone is gifted in certain ways. Could be spiritual, but like a gift of the present. But then also something very demonic, which can mean a karmic connection for a lot of you. But it can just represent Capricorn. But I am picking up a slight demonic energy. But I'm also hearing Dominic. I'm also hearing a dominatrix as well. A dominatrix. The Matrix. Oh, there you go. Do you like the icon? Something to do with the Matrix. But the dominatrix. Dominating the Matrix. Someone's dominating the Matrix. So you might see a lot of these out. But I heard Dominic or dominatrix. Something to do with a sexual desire that someone has. Like a very sexual... it's very sexually oriented, has a desire for something that's more in life. Okay. So, but I don't know why you're coming up against resistance of something that's personal. So, are you struggling in a relationship for a lot of you, and that someone is desiring a sex life of like something more in their sex life? And that some of you, it's like a possession of... they keep flickering back on like a possession of something. Like I'm in the possession... I can't speak properly. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the possession of an item. Like I am an item. There is someone that is an item out there, which means that they are very attractive or something, and they are an item. So some of you are an item, like you and your partner, you're an item, meaning that you're starting to go steady with someone. This would be someone new though, right? Meaning like we are now an actual item. Like we are now physically man and wife, or we are physically now going out with one another. Because that is an item. We're an item. We're known as an item. Okay. I'm also hearing like, no more lonely nights, never be another. No more, like there will never be another lonely night. There'll never be another lonely night, like another lonely child. Because that would be a night. Someone's lonely at night though here, like some are and some aren't. It's like there'll be no more lonely nights. So is someone staying with you? Okay, but I heard also a dominatrix or something to do with around sex. Now, if this is like a strong sexual desire, if you have it or your partner has it, then one of you have it. If you both have it, you both have a great connection. But if you don't, and one is struggling with that kind of connection, then there is that energy here where someone is, because it came up to do with like having a dry spell around someone, and that was to do with Aries energy. Okay, and it's kind of coming through. It could relate around Scorpio energy. Like I said, they do dominate the sexual desire part of energy, especially if it's within Venus. If someone has Scorpio, say within Venus, they dominate the sex scene in a way, because it's more a turn on, turn off situation within that, and that's where people can get turned on very much by that energy, and also get very turned off very quickly when a Scorpio energy decides that they don't want it. You know, this is known for a lot of people. I deal with a lot of clients as well that deal with the same kind of thing. Okay, is that energy can be more of like, you know, when we're turned on and we're going for it. But there can also be a big turn-off energy there if it is dealing with someone that has a big Scorpio placement, because it would mean that they get turned off very quickly and then they only really want it when they want it, and it's kind of like, well, why does it always have to be on your terms? And it's like, because it is, you know, because an energy of Scorpio, if they have that in their chart somewhere, they will have that kind of like dominatrix kind of feeling, is that it will only ever be on my terms, and it's on my terms and my condition, meaning it's conditioned to me to feel that way. So you're definitely dealing with a lot of fixed signs, I feel, Cancer. Okay, and it's like I'm dominating the scene, which means I'm taking over something, right? Taking over it, right? Taking over the scene. But this can be, because I'm picking up on 50 Shades of Grey. Now, I don't know if any of you have watched Fallen, The Fallen. Why is that coming up in your reading now? The Fallen had the guy from 50 Shades of Grey in it, and also Angela, what was her name now? Of I forget what her name is now. She was in the ETI thing, wasn't she, with Mulder and Scully? Anyway, The Fallen. I'm hearing The Fallen angel, something to do with an angel or a fallen angel. Okay, which would be Lucifer, which would be the devil, which would mean Capricorn. No, well, that's the only fallen angel there ever was, right? Y'all not know about religion? Well, I'm not religious, but the fallen angel was Capricorn, right? It was the devil. Something to do with the falling from grace, the name Grace, or fallen from grace. Falling for someone called Grace. Somebody here is falling for somebody called Grace, or fallen by somebody called Grace. Like tricked. Because I'm picking up on a trick, right? A dominatrix, or a trick, or a matrix. But I'm picking up a trick. Trick of the trade. Someone's very good at speaking, and they know how to... Cancerian. You're coming up against someone that's very tricky to pick up and engage on their energy of trick. Right, now I think that in America and different places, y'all call a trick, right? Call a spade, and a trick. I'm also hearing trick or treat. Trick or treat. Well, that was more around Scorpio energy, really, because that was from, was it Scotland or Ireland that trick or treat originated from? Because it was to do with mythological lore and the two-faced energy, because it was an angel and a demon, and that was trick or treat, and that was why the mask was there, because it was worn by trick or treat. But if you look into that, I can't really remember the full thing, and I think that was in the caves of Ireland or Scotland, I think, UK. So I'm picking up that someone's wearing like a trick mask, and they're putting on a front of something. They're fronting, but also confronting their demons. You've got two energies, confronting my worst nightmares and confronting my demons, but also putting on a front, meaning I'm going to put on a front, like I'm going to have to persevere my way through this to put on a front in order for more, like, yes I can. And it's more of an up and down energy at the moment. It's kind of like the aftermath of a breakup in a way, because a breakup can open a new door and a new person can enter within that energy. And it's like I'm persevering because I have hope now, and I have perseverance of now that there is a brighter day, which means a lot of you, there is like an aftermath of a breakup of a relationship, and then also a new person that is either now presented itself here, or a newborn child for some of you, or an enlightening moment. But that's definitely what I'm hearing, because I will survive equals Leo. I have a will, or Bill, the name Bill or Phil, but I also have a will, meaning now someone could have some money. Now there could have been left some money in a will, or it could just mean that someone has quite a bit of money now in order to be able to do what they want, and that's why they feel good, because they're able now, because they've got some money. Now that could mean that they've now got a job and that they are now free to be able to do things now. I'm definitely picking up on a lot of freed energy. It could be someone in prison maybe has now been freed and they have now like a newborn. It can be very tricky if it's to do with alcohol and drugs and stuff, because by being a cancer and also being an addict myself years ago, you hit a false dopamine system, which means that when you're larger than life, when you come out of prison, you can, and same with drugs and alcohol, is that you can have this notion that everything is fantastic and great, and you have more of an elation feeling like you do when you wake up spiritually, and you have more of this grass is green and trees, and you have a dopamine system that's telling you that you're larger than life. And that's the tricky part. That's the devious part of addiction, of where the devil grabs you again, you see, because you go out into society thinking, man, I'm going to go out to the pub and I'm going to go out and meet some friends and I'm going to, you know, and you can easily walk yourself into circumstances that will lead you back into temptation through a dopamine system that is telling you that you feel great, you feel euphoria, and when that starts to deplete, you start, yeah, no, I feel great, yeah, we could do this, and we, you know, and addicts, they can end up talking themselves back into an addiction. You would relate that to karma, you would relate that to a marriage, you can relate that to anything in life. But I'm picking up like a newborn energy, but it's more coming across as be careful, okay, be careful, is all they're saying. Well, I'm saying that as well, but be careful, okay, because I am picking up on this great high. Like, this can be like an addiction to money or to gambling or anything, and then you get that, like, wow, I've just had a great windfall, I'm going to spend the lot, and then later and think, oh, how am I going to accumulate all that back again? I need to gamble again because I need that high, you know. And you do have this addiction part here that is to do with drugs. It can be to do with gambling and drinking. It can be to do with children. It can be to do with a breakup, and now, like, we're free, and now whatever it is, it feels like this freed energy, but the freed energy feels like it isn't going to last long, and that's why it's coming across to me as if it's more of an illusion of the Seven of Cups, of an elation feeling that waking up can also give you. Like, when I woke up for a start and see angels and God knows and orbs and very over emotional, it would go, and I would think, oh man, I want that feeling back. Why is my spirit not talking to me? Where's it gone? Why am I not seeing colours and seeing things, and it's gone? And then within a few days it was back again, and I was like seeing things and hearing things, and I felt brilliant all day. I had a headache, but I felt great. And then it went, and I was like, why does it keep going? Why is it not coming back? And that energy, you know, and you do get that through awakenings. You just have to grow spiritually more. But do you understand what I'm saying? There's that energy around you of where it's like a false high, and it's not real, which is kind of coming across as some kind of Two of Cups energy, maybe, of something new that is keeping someone going, of like hope for the future. But I don't know if all of you, it's in the circumstance that you're in. That's what I'm saying. For a lot of you it is. That's all they've really got for you, Cancer. So just be very careful around addiction and this false high of whatever it is that's bringing in this money, or whatever's bringing in this like strong attraction of something. Oh, wow, I really hope that's not relating to the spell stuff that I've been picking up, because that feeling can, I suppose that can be felt by people, I suppose. I mean, I don't believe in spells myself, but other people do, so it's down to you. But I am feeling like this euphoria feeling, right, that's coming over someone, and it's getting them to do something. That's what I'm hearing. That this feeling is coming over someone to get them to do something, but it isn't going to last for long. And it is coming through of that spell, unfortunately, for a lot of you. So if you're the spellcasters, well, it feels like that whatever you've done it. So it's out there now. So I'm getting a feeling of this pheromone feeling, but you can get that through a natural Two of Cups. You see, you can get that through a natural Two of Cups. Six of Cups, but Two of Cups more. And a Knight of Wands, you can get that pheromone feeling of something new, and like, oh man, this is like addictive, right? So for a lot of you, this is a new thing, new person that's keeping you, you know. But be careful around addiction, drugs. Some of you, it's the connection itself. Possibilities of that spell, I've got no idea. I don't have anything to do with spell casting and things like that, but that's up to you all. Okay, so there's your messages. So, you know, believe them, don't believe them, have them, throw them, do whatever you want with them. I don't know, they're just here. So if you were interested in tarot readings, they're all over the channel. If you want other readings that don't appear on here, they're obviously on Tier 1 and Tier 2. Tier 1 is really just the monthlies. Tier 2 is the bi-weeklies, the extendeds, the stuff that doesn't come out over here, question and answers, all that sort of stuff. That is all really over on Tier 2. It does explain everywhere, pretty much all over the channel, or over on Patron from the link provided below. If you want a personal reading, you can also reach out from the email below. But if you are interested in your tarot readings, you can watch some of them on the channel. And then if you are interested in the extendeds, you do have an option of Patreon. Okay? Thanks very much for your time, Cancer. I really do appreciate any share, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Thanks, guys. See you soon.